The air crackled with electricity as KatyPerry took her seat. Tonight was the annual music awards, and despite being on opposite sides of the stage, both her and Taylor Swift couldn't help but steal glances at each other throughout the show. It had been a year since their lives collided again, reigniting a spark that had been dormant for nearly a decade. Backstage after the show, amidst the chaos of congratulations and back-to-back interviews, Katy found herself inexplicably drawn to Taylor. As the night wound down, she found Taylor near an exit, her silhouette framed in the soft light. "Hey!" Katy started, her voice surprisingly hoarse. Taylor turned, her eyes shining with a familiar, almost magical glow. "You were incredible tonight," Taylor replied, a smile gracing her lips. Their paths had first crossed years ago, back when both were rising stars navigating the labyrinthine world of the music industry. There had been a time when their friendship had been genuine, or so they told themselves, until envy, jealousy, and a stolen kiss had driven a wedge between them. Years had passed, filled with public jabs and passive-aggressive lyrics, until fate, or perhaps their management team, orchestrated an unexpected reunion. A songwriting camp in Malibu, they had called it, a chance for two musical prodigies to collaborate and hopefully bury the hatchet. But what neither had anticipated was the rekindling of a connection that ran deeper than their shared passion for music. It had started subtly. A lingering glance, a shared joke, then more openly, coffee shop meetings that stretched late into the night. Conversations that touched on everything and nothing, all under the guise of creative brainstorming. It was during one of these sessions that the dam broke. Taylor, usually the picture of composure, had burst into tears, overwhelmed by the weight of years of unspoken emotions. Katy, known for her unapologetic candor, had simply held her, letting the tears flow. In that moment, apologies were unnecessary. Understanding had replaced animosity. Over the following months, they had become inseparable, sharing not just their songwriting, but their lives. Taylor, who once shied away from commitment, found herself falling in love with the steadiness Katy offered with the way. Katy made her laugh until her sides ached, and the way she challenged her to be a better version of herself. For Katy, it was a love that had been years in the making. The way Taylor's eyes lit up when she spoke about her dreams, the fierce loyalty she had for her friends and family, and the quiet strength she possessed. As their relationship deepened, so did the rumors. Paparazzi photos of stolen moments, blurry videos of secret smiles, and fans dissecting every lyric for hidden meanings. The pressure was immense, but it was a pressure they faced together, hand in hand, their love for each other a shield against the world's prying eyes. Tonight was not the first time they had attended an award show together. In fact, it had become a running joke between them, always dressed impeccably, stealing glances across the room and leaving as soon as their names were announced. It was their own little rebellion against the intrusion of the spotlight, a reminder that for them, the brightest spotlight was the one they shared backstage. As the music swelled, signaling the end of the show, Taylor felt a familiar tug of anxiety. Award shows were never her forte. Yet there she was, nominated for her latest single, a song she had poured her heart and soul into. A song that was very much inspired by the love she shared with Katy. Backstage, amidst the congratulatory hugs and polite smiles, Katy sought out Taylor. Finding her in a quiet corner, she slipped her arms around Taylor's waist, burying her face in her hair. "You were amazing," Katy whispered, her voice thick with emotion. Taylor relaxed into the embrace, breathing in Katy's scent, her lavender perfume mingling with the soft vanilla of her skin. "Thank you," she replied, her voice catching slightly. "I couldn't have done it without you." As if summoned by their words, the announcer's voice boomed over the speakers, calling TaylorSwift to the stage. A wave of cheers echoed through the venue. Katy's grip tightened on Taylor's waist. "Break a leg," she murmured, her voice laced with a mix of pride and nervousness. Taylor managed a shaky smile, her heart pounding against her ribs. She knew that accepting the award would mean facing the flashing lights and roaring applause. And though she had performed on countless stages, it was one thing to perform and quite another to stand as the spotlight's sole focus. Sensing Taylor's apprehension, Katy pressed a soft kiss to her temple, a silent reassurance of her unwavering support. "You got this?" she whispered, her voice firm yet gentle. Taking a deep breath, Taylor straightened her dress, a simple black gown that flowed like liquid night around her. Her usual sparkly stage attire was traded for understated elegance, mirroring the turmoil within her. As the music swelled and the announcer's voice boomed, "And the winner is," Taylor felt Katy's hand slip into hers, her fingers intertwining with hers, grounding her to the present. The roar of the crowd faded into a dull hum as she focused on Katy, on the love and trust reflected in her eyes. In that moment, the fear receded, replaced by a surge of gratitude. Gratitude for this love that had weathered the storms of their past. Gratitude for the understanding smiles exchanged across crowded rooms. And gratitude for the quiet strength that bound them together. As Taylor rose from her seat, she knew she wasn't just representing herself. She was representing their love. A love that had been written about in countless songs. A love that had inspired some of her greatest work. A love that was her greatest inspiration. The applause was deafening as she made her way to the stage, each step echoing her journey. Not just as a singer-songwriter, but as a person. A journey that had led her to this very moment, hand in hand with the woman who had captured her heart. At the microphone, Taylor's voice shook slightly, but it was with emotion, not fear. "I never imagined," she began, her eyes searching for Katy in the audience, "that a song about finding love again could resonate with so many people. I guess sometimes the greatest stories are the ones you don't even realize you're writing." A ripple of laughter and applause ran through the audience as she continued. "To the woman who makes my heart sing, to the one who inspires my songs and steals my laughter, thank you for showing me that love can indeed be the greatest song of all." As the crowd roared, Katy's eyes glistened with tears. She stood, clapping, her heart swelling with love and admiration. After the show, back in the sanctuary of Taylor's dressing room, surrounded by congratulatory bouquets and leftover cake, they finally allowed themselves a moment of quiet. "That was incredible," Katy whispered, her voice hoarse with emotion. Taylor, leaning against the vanity table, let out a shaky breath, a smile gracing her lips. "I couldn't have done it without you," she replied, her gaze meeting Katy's. They stood there, lost in each other's eyes, the noise of the after-party fading into a distant hum. It was in these quiet moments, amidst the glitter and the glamour, that their love found its truest expression. A testament to the enduring power of love that had weathered the storms of their past and emerged even stronger.